Hello. How are you? I haven't made a video in many moons. It's this whole COVID thing, man. Oof. My mind's been on other things. I've haven't had a lot of inspiration lately to think about things in a new way, you know. Or maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know. I hope you're doing well. You're looking wonderful. You really are. It's the glow. It's the glow of your skin. You're gorgeous. Today I want to talk to you about cheese. Cheese. I was just watching this video about cheese, and it really got me thinking. It got me thinking about there was the manufacturing of a specific type of Parmesan cheese, the original OG Parmesan. It's the there's a truck driver up there doing some funky dances with his truck. Anyway, they make it in a traditional way. They've been making this cheese for hundreds and hundreds of years. The same way, same ingredients, same type of cows, same grass, everything. They go through how, in the video they described how the grass in that region contains a bacteria that they consume, that the cows consume, and then that goes into the gut, and then that affects the flavor of the milk and therefore the cheese, right? That you can repeat the process anywhere else in the world, but unless you use the milk from the cows of that region, you won't contain that bacteria, and you'll get a different product. It may not be big difference, but there will be a difference, okay? And you know, I imagine myself going to Italy where they make this cheese, and I think to myself, imagine if somebody went to Italy and they try this cheese. This cheese has been made traditionally, the same way for hundreds of years. It uses these specific ingredients, using cows that eat grass from this specific location. The cheese is then aged for a bare minimum of 1 year, but the top of the range is 3 years, where it just sits there and ages like a wine, right? And imagine if you had a piece and you tasted this cheese and you said, and you didn't like it, and you said there's something wrong with that cheese. So they go off and get a different batch of cheese. They cut open the wheel, which is like, I don't even have the space in the camera screen to show you how big it is. They're massive big wheels. They cut open a fresh wheel. They give you another piece. They ask you to taste it. Tastes identical to the first one that you tried. Yeah, nah, there's something wrong with that cheese. A lot of people think that, right? They think there's something wrong with the cheese. They think there's something wrong with the burger. They think there's something wrong with something. There's something wrong out there. This thing is wrong, right? And then, you know, you might have someone else say, no, there's nothing wrong with this cheese. This is how this cheese tastes. This is the finest cheese. This is the finest Parmesan cheese in the world, because this is the original one. All other ones, they don't taste like this, therefore they don't taste like Parmesan. This is what Parmesan's supposed to taste like. Can you imagine that? And then maybe that person goes, or maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe there's something wrong with my taste. I don't taste the complexities. I don't appreciate it. I don't this, I don't that. There's something wrong with my... There's something wrong with my mouth or whatever, my brain or something. No, there's nothing wrong with that either. You just don't like it. You just don't like the cheese. That's a type of cheese that's not for you. And maybe in the future your taste buds will mature and change, or maybe they won't. Maybe your palate will grow and evolve, or maybe it won't. Maybe that cheese is better for you when it's a garnish rather than a piece of cheese that you just eat. Maybe it needs to be combined with something new, something different for it to be contextually relevant to your palate, contextually compatible with your palate. Okay? This is a big lesson, man. This is a big thing to think about, to really, really think about. I know it just sounds like cheese, right? But guess what? It's super common, super common for people to be doing the same sort of thing with friends and family and all sorts of things, and food and TV shows and this and that and music and art and cars and relationships as well. This is a very broad topic, isn't it? But sometimes there's nothing wrong with the thing. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just not for you. It's just not for you specifically. Okay? This is the mind of modern society wants to point the finger at something. It's the cheese's fault. It's your fault for having the wrong taste buds, the wrong palate. Right? Do you ever feel that pressure? I feel that pressure sometimes. We all feel that pressure sometimes. It's not that or that. We're just not compatible with these things, right? It's just cheese. It's just flavors, you know? Flavors are so subjective. People are so subjective. Some people in this world are infuriating, but they're necessary. There are lots of activists for this, that, and the other. A lot of them I don't agree with, but I can see that in the long term, they're helping the world. They're helping me. They're helping my children, my future children. They're helping society. The process of them helping is them pissing us all off because they have to be the squeaky wheel. And boy, is that squeak annoying. But they have to squeak like crazy. They have to scream from the hills in order to get a tiny little fraction of what they really want. And sometimes they only deserve a tiny little fraction because they got some crazy demands, you know. Could be, I'm not even going to go into all the different genres that some people ask for, but they are asked for. They are things that people ask for, you know. We also meet people that are really, really cool, really fun to be around and all that sort of stuff. But I tell you what, you spend too much time with them, you start spending more than an hour at a time, 2 hours at a time. Man, you start to question yourself. You start to question whether or not they're a good friend or not, or they're a good person, or they're, you know, maybe they don't see eye to eye with you on certain topics, or maybe they challenge you, or maybe this, maybe that. Not everything needs to be a learning experience. Sometimes people are just that way, you know. But it doesn't mean that they're you don't have to place a judgment on them. Sometimes that just means they're not for you. Or maybe it means like the cheese. You're not utilizing them in the correct way. They're not meant to be for you. They're not meant to be every day. They're not meant to be for hours and hours at a time. They are people that you can spend a little bit of time with and really connect. And really have a good time with them. And then after that, you go and you don't see them for a while. And then you miss them, and then you go and see them. It's the right ingredient for the right situation. Not trying to be on the latest Parmesan cheese diet where you eat nothing but cheese. No vegetables, no proteins, except for what you get out of the cheese. My God. You'd get sick of Parmesan cheese, wouldn't you? Oh my gosh. You'd get so sick of it. It would probably make you a bit ill as well. You probably would get sick. Okay? Because you shouldn't be having that much cheese. But in the right proportions, in the right moments, it's very good. So, I hope that makes a little bit of sense to you. It's, we don't have to be friends with everyone. We don't have to understand everyone. We don't have to respect everyone. You know? But if you understand how that person fits into your life, then typically you'll have the space to respect people a lot more. If there's anything wrong with you, it's because you don't let people fit in where they belong. You try to fit them in where they don't belong. We've all had friends that we wish, oh, if only they did this. Oh, I can't believe they didn't agree with me. I can't believe they didn't see eye to eye with my opinion of something, you know? And rather than just allowing them to fit in wherever they fit in. You know? Yeah. And letting them live in the space that they belong in. You know? Some people don't belong in your life at all. You know? I'm sure there's lots of foods that cheese does not belong on. Maybe grated Parmesan on an apricot doesn't really sound appealing to me. Right? So, have a think about that. Let that marinate in your frontal lobe. Or the back. Or the sides, or wherever it is that you do your thought marinating. Have a great day, guys. I hope you have a beautiful one. Bye.